Welcome.
Welcome to Catholic Care.
My name's Sean, and I started here as a youth worker way back in 2002 when the program was called Out of Home Care. I returned in 2017 and I'm now the General Manager overseeing Catholic Care's Permanency Support Program. At Catholic Care, we support children and young people living in supported care arrangements. Our intensive therapeutic care program works with young people who cannot live at home with their families. Catholic Care offer these kids a home-like environment embedded with therapeutic supports that assist with connection to family and culture and healing from trauma. Our youth workers are the heart of our programs and work together to support some of the most vulnerable children and young people in the community. It's not always easy, but it's important work. It's essential that our youth workers have a genuine passion for connecting and engaging with young people and are committed to role model healthy behaviours and relationships.
I love meeting new people and how each day is completely different.
Being a youth worker has given me the opportunity for personal growth, especially around patience and compassion. I love being a support foundation. Being in the moment and really understanding the needs of a child or young person is very rewarding.
I love that I get to make a difference in a young person's life, and this is possible because of the like-minded people I work with.
What I love about being a youth worker are the connections and positive experiences I share with the young people I work with. They're the most engaging and intriguing people, and I thoroughly enjoy each and every shift. I like finding ways to build rapport with young people. I don't know any other job where you're able to go fishing, to the movies, play games, and have as much fun as we have at work.
There are so many things I love about being a youth worker. I love being there day to day for our young people, supporting them, listening to them, and watching their personalities develop and shine. They're all so different with their own little quirks and ideas that make them unique. For me, it's important to be curious about who they are as individuals and what they need and want. And a big part of being a youth worker is being a voice for these young people and encouraging them to find their own voice. At the end of the day, this is their childhood, and it's important for us to create positive, happy memories that they can look back on.
To build rapport with these individuals as they navigate life challenges is special. We create strong and healthy relationships that can impact them for the rest of their lives. We make a positive difference to their quality of life and help them understand positive relationships as they move into adulthood.
Personally, I like to guide them in making good choices. It's great to be able to praise them when they do well. No 2 days will be the same. It's always different, and I like that about the role.
Every day I learn something new. I like shift work. For me, it helps balance out my home life and being able to do things for myself. I worked in the early learning sector for 16 years prior to coming into youth work, and it's been the best decision I've made.
For me, it's being a mentor for the young people. It's an opportunity to create a safe environment for them to enjoy and thrive in. I enjoy teaching life skills and role modelling ways to manage my feelings, how to communicate with people, and how to integrate these skills into everyday life.
Every day I come to work knowing that what I do today will help achieve change for a young person and support them in their journey to independence. It's not just a job, we have the privilege to help those who really need it.
No 2 days are the same. Everything we do revolves around ensuring the care needs of our young people are being met and trying to make it as fun and therapeutic as possible.
For me, it's about being present to the needs of the child or young person. The routines and framework allow for structure, however, adapting to what is being presented each day can be powerful. I'm here to serve.
Have a think about all the things a parent would do. We basically do similar things.
This isn't your typical 9-to-5 office job, and I love that. An average day involves supporting the young people, making their environment more homely, and ensuring they feel a sense of belonging and know that there are people who genuinely care about them. A big part of the job is to help them to build independence and establish routines. Tradies carry around tools in their cars. I carry around a deck of Uno cards and a chess set.
There's always some admin work and report writing and meetings with your team as well. We're here as positive role models with the goal to create a safe and therapeutic environment for the young people that we're working with.
I like helping them develop independent living skills.
My shift will start off with a handover where we go over how the young person has been throughout the day or night, and we chat through any appointments or activities on the planner. If it's a school day, we encourage them to attend and get them to school on time. In the afternoons, it may be extracurricular activities like gymnastics or going to the park to kick around a ball. On weekends, we try to head out on various outings. A big part of the day is supporting the young people with life skills like meal prep, cooking skills, budgeting for food shopping, laundry, and things like that.
There's a lot to do. If someone isn't heading off to school, I like to incorporate educational activities. I also love having a picnic at the park or in the backyard. It's a good way to detach from technology and immerse yourself in nature. If the young people have appointments, whether they be medical and so forth, it's important to get them to these appointments and support them through the process. If I'm on an evening shift, we reflect on the day and I ask, how are you feeling? We often cook dinner together, that way I'm able to squeeze in some life skills. I'm always encouraging good sleep hygiene and routines too.
An average day can be anything in youth work. You need to be flexible and up for whatever the day might bring. Some days are fairly normal and other days you'll be right out of your comfort zone. Adapting quickly to change is important.
It can be hard work. It's common for a young person to push you away at first, but you need to persevere to build rapport. Once they build some trust in you and break down those walls, it's fantastic to see them being themselves. We work with some really great kids.
I get through challenging times knowing that I am walking the path alongside Jesus.
These young people have experienced some of the worst neglect and abuse you could think of. They become teenagers and find it difficult to find their place in the world. I remind myself often that they didn't determine their life path. Things happen that were out of their control, and they deserve every opportunity to make mistakes, heal, and be cared for. Even though it doesn't seem like it at times, being there, coming back to shift and working with the young people shows that no matter what they do, they mean something to someone. It could be one interaction or experience with us that changes their lives forever.
This isn't just a job, it's about helping another person and their quality of life.
I strongly believe in the rights of young people and supporting them to reach their potential. It only takes one positive role model in a young person's life to make a difference. That's what motivates me and keeps me going.
In challenging times, I stop and remember the bigger picture and how my role impacts on a young person who's been through traumatic experiences. Things you do day to day may not feel like they make an impact in the moment, but one specific interaction or experience with us may be something a young person takes with them through the rest of their life. We can be catalysts for change in a young person's life, and that's what makes the role so important and fulfilling.
You are a part of a team that is super supportive. We all go through challenging days, and we're always there to support each other, to listen, help and debrief. My colleagues are a great sounding board when challenges come up.
I try to keep in mind that I'm a role model, so how I deal with challenging times is important to a young person's growth. I'm a fairly positive person, so I look for the good and focus on that.
I remind myself that the young people in care are in the system not by choice. They are doing the best they can to connect with people, and they're young.
I think trying to get to the core of the behaviour or the situation is the key to pushing through tough moments. If you let yourself get caught up in the emotion, you will not be able to assist the young people to your full potential. After being a youth worker for a while now, you soon realise tough times do not last. The best advice I can give anyone starting in youth work is to make sure you have a good self-care regime and good boundaries.
I try to stay focused on the big picture, which is the long-term goals we are trying to achieve for our young people. For me, these outweigh any daily challenges that we may face.
Catholic Care offers great career progression opportunities if you're interested in moving around the organisation or exploring other roles. I've done just that.
I started working at Catholic Care in 2016 as a youth worker at one of our Sydney properties. I then moved on to leading teams and house supervising, and now I'm the manager of intensive therapeutic care. I manage a team of 10 house supervisors who all manage their own programs. 70% of my team began with Catholic Care in youth work roles. Personally, what I loved about being a youth worker was feeling that I was part of a team who were committed to keeping young people safe.
You don't need to be qualified. We will support you to do a Diploma of Community Services.
There's something addictive about seeing a young person's face light up when they've been able to achieve a goal.
If I come across anyone considering youth work, I always encourage them to do it. It 100% changed me for the better. The young people teach you just as much about yourself as you teach them.
Being a youth worker is very rewarding. You become a better person because it is all about giving.
What I wish I knew about the role is that you don't see change overnight. no matter how hard everyone works. However, you do get young people come back years later and chat about their time in care and what a difference you made. So the work you do can have a lifelong impact on someone.
If you're unsure about whether this role is right for you, that's okay. Many people are when they start. Just give it a go and see where it takes you.
If you are thinking about becoming a youth worker, I'd encourage you to ask yourself some questions. Do you enjoy working with young people? Are you passionate about the safety and rights of young people? And are you prepared to accept that there will be good days and bad days? If yes, then that's a great start. If you haven't worked in this industry before, it's important to understand that these young people have often experienced significant trauma before they come into care, and this trauma can lead to very challenging behaviours. Youth workers need to support young people through these challenging behaviours and continue to treat them with unconditional care and support.
For me, youth work is life-changing. You learn more about yourself every day. You may well be the first positive role model these kids have had in their lives. It won't be all fun and games, but it's worth every second of every day.
I'd say get ready to change your life. You're going to be challenged and find yourself well out of your comfort zone. This is not a job, it's a mission.
Do it. It's a rewarding role. I believe that the opportunities you have to teach someone to embrace their individuality and learn new life skills is very fulfilling, something you can't get from other industries. Be open-minded and remember, positive role modelling is the biggest thing in this industry.
The best advice I can give anyone starting in youth work is to make sure you have a good self-care regime and good boundaries.
Tough times are a given, but equally I would say that the good times are wildly rewarding. We don't expect that people will understand all the complexities of this work straight off the bat. We look for people who are engaged, have a high level of positive regard for vulnerable people, and will create safety for children and young people. These kids are truly amazing. Funny, caring, resilient, creative. Some of my fondest memories have come from my days doing youth work.
I had no idea what I was getting into to begin with. I remember feeling like I had stepped into another world, and I was oblivious to the fact that some people are so disadvantaged through no fault of their own.
The conversation about one's faith or religious orientation rarely comes up. Some of us have connections with the Catholic community, others do not, and it is certainly not a barrier to feeling included or valued in our employment with Catholic Care.
You do not need to be Catholic to work for Catholic Care. The one thing that unites all our employees are the Catholic Care values: respect, courage, compassion, social justice, excellence, hope, commitment, faith.
There's a great opportunity at Catholic Care to do meaningful work with young people who have been disadvantaged and support them to live their best lives.
Like what you heard?
Feel like a career change?
Want to make a difference?
We're growing.
We're always looking for great people.
Join us.
Join us.
Join us at Catholic Care.
Life can be there.